Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody. This is episode. No, this is episode 3, part 2. It's part 2, you guys. And we are doing 2nd Corinthians. Guess where we are, people?
We found a new recording studio.
Today, we're gonna be talking
You
about.
guys haven't donated squat, so like and subscribe.
A BMW.
A BMW.
We're living the life. Turned from the potty.
Anyways, so we are talking about 2nd Corinthians today,
that's
people,
amazing,
and
honestly.
it's gonna be a good one. We are in the car.
You know the song Burning by Nardo Wick featuring Kid Leroy? My name is Thomas Wams.
You know, that's actually quite amazing, Thomas. It is quite toasty in the
It is quite toasty.
Okay. We have
quite
me,
toasty.
Mr. Heckman here, and we have.
We
Mr.
do have to
Walter.
record.
Well,
We
you've
have
already
about
heard him.
20.
We have Tucky.
Back to you.
5
And
minutes.
back to me.
Not
Okay.
even. Yes,
So,
25 minutes, people, to record an entire
As we
episode.
said, this is the 3rd take. Yes. Okay. So today,
But
Thomas
boy,
Walter,
do
as
we have
always.
some
Tomser.
content for you.
My name is Thomas Wamser, and I am back with episode 4.
3.
Episode 3, part 2. Now I
about
pass the mic to my boy Tuck Tuck.
Well, Mr. Heckman, if you do so insist.
And Tuck Duck. Okay. So we were talking about 2nd Corinthians today, and we need Timmy.
We strongly.
Anyways, continuing on, because we gotta fly through this one. It's amazing.
Now I
So,
know.
in Corinthians, the first chapter, Paul greets the Corinthians and
That I
expresses
did
his
know.
gratitude
I got a really
to God and for comforting him
You should
during
go
his
check it
trials
out.
and tribulations and stuff like that.
2.
Episode 2! The
What are you starting?
Forget that ever happened! Tomser, chapter
And
1!
share to your friends.
Thank you, Tucker,
Tell them to
for
subscribe.
voicing my rights.
Of course. Moving on.
Second
We'll give you an
Corinthians
extra
was a
I'm holding the extra
letter
right now. It's
written
yours.
by, you guessed it,
And if your name,
yeah.
Paul!
if your name
It's Paul!
James Nichols.
Mr. Dr. Daniel Pandoff, you get a
to the
free mark.
church, to the church in Corinth.
Moving on.
Moving on.
In ancient
All right, tell us a little
The
bit.
letter was written
Just
around
like
56 to 57
Ephesians,
AD.
yeah, Ephesians was
It's
a letter
considered
written
one
by
of the most
Apostle
personal
Paul.
and
But never guess
emotional
what 1 Corinthians
letters written by
It
Paul.
was also
He just wrote a single letter.
by the
Yes,
Apostle
one
Paul
letter.
Wow!
It's
to the
emotional.
church in, you guessed
Get
it,
it? Because
Corinth.
he's a letter.
As you were saying earlier.
Again with the letter joke.
With the letter jokes. You can like and subscribe
Paul
to me.
addresses.
Also, update, we will be changing the channel to
That we're
Prime
causing
Cow.
problems within the church.
Prime Cow!
Prime Cow!
Subscribe to
Like
Prime
it-
Cow!
Moo.
Paul
Okay, Mr. Walter, how about you tell us
the
about
importance of unity
second
within
chapter.
that said
Actually, I need to talk about the first chapter first. Unless we want to go back. No, I did talked about second Corinthians. I'm in the first chapter.
focus on
In the first chapter,
My fault.
Paul greets the Corinthians from Corinth and expresses his gratitude to God for comforting him during his trials and tribulations. He urges the Corinthians to comfort one another in the same way,
Moving on.
especially
Okay,
in times of
That's
suffering.
what happens in the 2nd chapter.
I'm gonna pass the mic now to Jacob Heckman.
Probably. No.
What's up, guys? It's Jacob Heckman. We're back at it with more religion.
This word a lot,
okay, so,
actually. Thank you, Mr. Wamser, for your reading. You're absolutely
Emphasizes.
beautiful, and I love you, and I
That's what it
wish
is.
I could give you multiple hugs
Emphasize.
and kisses.
And we use that word a lot
it
in the
is
first
chapter
and
2
second
of
episode, which you can
2nd
find on the
Corinthians.
channel.
Chapter 2 of 2nd Corinthians, part 2.
And
A lot of twos.
A lot of twos. That is a lot of
sorry,
twos.
Mr. Wamser got in my way.
So, in the 2nd
So,
chapter,
Paul,
guess what Paul does?
Guess what he does? He emphasizes. Paul
Good old Paul. He addresses more issues in the church. He has addressed a lot of issues in the church throughout these past couple of books.
Church seems kind of messed up.
Moving
It is, and I think that is why God sent Paul to tell
So
everybody
Paul
that.
actually he emphasizes the
And,
importance and
So
of
he
relying
basically
on the
encourages
Holy
the
Spirit for
Corinthians
wisdom
to like forgive
and,
and comfort
understanding and stuff.
anybody who's disciplined by the church. That is a member of the church. He also reminds them of the importance of the unity of the church. And we saw that in part 1 also. He was talking about the importance of the unity of the church.
You're right about that one.
What do you have to say about that, Mr. Tomzer?
So
Okay. So the 3rd chapter, I think that Mr. Tucky Ducky's gonna tell us a little bit
and their
about that
wisdom
one.
and their understanding.
After I tell us about the 3rd chapter.
That's where he gets it from.
Let's just
That's
throw
where
it
everything. Their faith in Jesus.
So,
And
Paul,
amazing,
it's Paul
honestly. I
again.
think
Always Paul.
Simon.
That
Wait, Mr. Wamser, you're gonna have to calm yourself down there, buddy.
That's pretty good.
Simon says Paul talks.
Paul talks. My name's Paul now. So Paul speaks of the ministry he has been entrusted with and the trials he faced. He urges the Corinthians to
Anyways,
focus on
okay, so
eternal
in the
rewards
3rd chapter,
rather than
okay,
temporary
in the 3rd
difficulties and
chapter,
everything.
guess what Paul talks about?
Yes.
This is basically TED Talk.
Paul talks.
Paul talks.
I mean,
Building.
Talk about building.
yes.
Building corn.
No, That's our building blinker,
A
people.
strong,
blinking.
a
We blinking.
solid foundation
For corn.
No,
Well,
for
that's
church,
the 3rd
Mr.
chapter. So
Walter.
Tucky Ducky's gonna tell us about the 4th.
Maybe actually.
Whoa.
We are in
I'm
1
connecting the
Corinthians.
dots.
You're connecting the dots.
What is the picture?
dots? You're connecting.
What do blind dots make?
Yeah, what do the dots make? Can you tell us, Mr. Wanzer?
They make corn.
They make
Okay, Mr. Eggman.
Oh,
Go to number
Okay.
4.
Yo, I found a rubber band.
Great.
We have 20 minutes.
Okay, this is actually
Don't worry about
terrible,
the rubber bands
and we need to
because
get
guess
to
who's
that.
back?
It's Paul!
It is Paul.
Energy!
Speaks.
Okay,
Ministry.
we
he has
need
been
energy in this.
entrusted
This
with
is actually
and the
boring.
trials
Okay.
he has faced.
Boring me.
Isn't that right?
Mr. Wobbler.
Okay. He urges the Corinthians to focus on the internal rewards, the internal, rather than the temporary difficulties they may face in their Christian walk. That is truly fact. Mr. Heckman, what is happening over there? Just don't I answer that question.
Okay, so continuing on.
It's time for number 5.
So Paul addresses the issue of pride within the church in chapter 4. And he reminds the Corinthians that they should not boast about their own accomplishments, but rather they should recognize
encourages
that
the
everything
Corinthians to live
they have comes from
their
God,
lives with
their
the knowledge
Creator,
of
and
the judgment to come.
We all love God.
He
Do we not?
reminds
Yes.
absolutely. Point to say.
He reminds
And
them
Mr.
that
Tucky,
the
can
believers
you
will
tell
stand
me
before
a
Christ and be judged for their actions
about
on earth.
The 5th
Actions on off.
Chapter 5.
It's the Bush Monster, everybody!
Wolf monster named Vlad.
No.
Remember to like and subscribe because of Bush Monster Blood and
Okay.
Prime Cow.
Moving on. In the
Myth the
5th
Tom. I
chapter.
think you're talking about
Guess
Paul.
who? Guess who it is?
Paul.
It's
Paul.
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 It's Paul! It's Paul! You got
Myth the Tom.
God heals all, and God will heal my shit.
You're gonna talk to us about chapter 5! Chapter 5!
Moving on, back to Paul.
Back to Paul.
Paul addresses
We
the
love
issue
chapter
of sexual
5!
immorality within the.
Oh, get a special guest speaker.
Yes.
Speaker
Emma Tomzer. That's her new name is
Emma Smith.
Tomzer.
Tomzer got it right.
My name's Emma
Tomzer
Smith. I'm
and
the guest
his
speaker.
church.
Let's go. What are we
Yes.
talking about?
We're talking about
Liking and subscribing and commenting.
He reminds the Corinthians
Just tell him to
they
like
should
and
not
Talking about the
tolerate
good
such
news of
behavior,
Jesus
and they should
Christ.
hold
Like and
one another
subscribe.
accountable.
No toleration. Special guest Emma's leaving now. Say bye, special guest Emma.
It is it's 11:22 and I'm
Chapter
departing from
6.
school
Guess who's speaking
and
again?
I'm
It's my man,
gonna
Paul.
go grab on some food and take a nap.
Great job.
Tomzer is
Live
correct.
podcast?
Tomzer got 100.
Round of applause for Tomzer.
Good job, Tomzer. Chapter 6. Paul.
Back to chapter 5, where
honoring God
Paul
with our bodies.
encourages the Corinthians to live
What do
their
you
lives
think?
What do you
with
think he
knowledge
by
of
that?
the judgment that will soon come.
Continuing, He reminds the Corinthians that their bodies are temples. And they should use them in ways that
He reminds them the believers will stand before Christ and be judged for their actions on earth.
What do you think?
In the 6th chapter, Paul exhorts the Corinthians to separate themselves from ungodliness and unrighteousness. Isn't that right, Mr. Heckman?
It is right, Mr. Heckman.
Okay.
Back to Tom.
Anyways.
Number 7.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
He urges them to
my knowledge
live
on chapter
holy lives
7.
and to avoid
Even more
any
so
behavior
chapter
that
8.
might hinder Paul addresses,
their witness
man, we
for
talked about
Christ.
this in Ephesians.
In
I got spot
the
on.
7th chapter,
the issues of
Paul
marriage and being
rejoices
single,
over the
which I'm
repentance
sure
of the
you know a lot
Corinthians
about, Mr.
after his previous letter to them.
He
felt
talks
proud,
about the
and he
importance of
reminds
staying
them
faithful
that
to
godly
one
sorrow leads to
spouse.
repentance and salvation.
Only one.
Passing.
Only one.
You know what? You know what?
Yo,
You can take the day off.
From DoorDash.
soulmates, I think.
You can take the day off, Heckman. I'm doing 8.
Moving on.
In the 8th and
He
9th
also
chapter,
recognizes in chapter
Paul
7
speaks of the
that
importance
some
of giving
people are
to
called to be
support the
single,
work
and
of the
they're just
ministry.
supposed to serve
He
God that
encourages
way.
the Corinthians
You don't
to
have
give
to
generosity
marry,
and
but
to give generously and
should-
cheerfully, to remind them that God
It's all
loves
serving
a
God.
cheerful,
generous.
generous.
Oh, I know a lot of Tom.
Alex is gonna get run over by a CRV.
Back to Tom's for chapter 8.
Tell us a little bit about chapter 8.
Chapter 8.
That's Brad's food. Brad's food.
In the 10th chapter, Paul defends his apostleship
Eating
against
meat. What type?
those who were questioning his authority. He reminds the Corinthians that his authority comes from Christ.
It's
and
Mr.
not
Pandolf and he's back! The man, the myth, the legend!
Mr. Pandolf.
Oh my goodness.
He's actually very famous.
Special guest.
Special guest. Mr. Tom Terwander.
Hey guys,
Okay.
how are we doing today? It's Dr. Pandolf. What a blessing to be on this podcast. I'm also doing great. And just, what a great thing. Yay! I hope you guys are going to crush it. Sounds great.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Chapter
Yeah, oh absolutely. Oh yeah. Guys, listen, we're all about
This
the
is
likes
Paul.
here at
I
what's
just
the name of our
spilled
podcast?
all of my goldfish, or my Swedish fish later.
Bro, what's happening? And let me go ahead and tell you, one of
continues
the
to
great
defend
things
his
is our
apostleship,
sponsor
also
for today,
proceeds to
Prime. Not
Warn,
the energy drink.
like we were talking
just
about in part one.
a cow
Warnings
named Prime.
mean what? It's coming.
Prime beef.
Coming.
And
He warns them against like
God,
the
I think
false
not. So
teachers
guys,
and everything.
blessings. I hope
Who are
everyone
leading
likes,
them
subscribes,
astray
and
whatnot.
buy
He's basically telling
Prime,
them all
the
their
cow.
problems, which is kind of
Oh, comment and
nice,
share.
but also, like, shut up.
Smash the like button.
He also urges them to remain steadfast in their faith
Moving
and to hold fast to
on.
the truth of the gospel, which is actually what we should all do, even today, right?
telling us a little bit about chapter 8.
Well, as Mr. Pandolf said,
Right,
prime beef was very bad to be sacrificed to the idol
able to respond.
and then eaten later.
Prime beef actually produced by
Moisty.
Logan Paul.
Well, the 12th chapter, because we need to get moving on, boys.
It was like dark.
So, 12th chapter. Paul speaks of a vision he had in heaven against the thorn in his flesh, and kept him humble. He
reminds the
reminds the Corinthians
that they should
that
be
God's grace is sufficient for them.
of one another.
And
that they
special
should
guest,
not do
Dr.
anything
Pandolf
that
from
would
the
cause a
last
weaker
episode has actually
brother or
talked
sister to
about
stumble in their
being
own
sufficient.
Mr. Pandolf also spoke on prime beef and
And,
prime cow. And
prime cow.
cow is the new name.
It's my turn.
Like and subscribe, everybody. So in
Mr.
the
Wonder!
chapter, Paul concludes his letter.
It's time for chapter
with a
9.
call
I'm gonna tell you
to
that right now.
examine themselves to see if they are truly in the faith.
So
If
how about
and I
tell you a
turn
little bit
back to
about
Christ
chapter?
if they
Yes.
find themselves lacking, because
My listening
you
ears
never
on.
catch somebody lacking.
And
Let's listen.
And
let's listen. It's
Overall. So, the 9th chapter.
Mm.
Guess who is talking?
Overall of 2 Corinthians.
Tonzer.
What is it again? It is.
Incorrect, it's Paul. So good guess
I
though.
guess so.
Hey,
It is a letter that was
So guess what
emphasized
Paul talks about?
the importance of unity. That was a strong gust of wind.
No.
The importance
I wish,
of
but
unity,
no.
forgiveness,
It's the
and
importance
holiness in the
of
Christian walk.
serving
It also emphasizes the importance of giving generously.
It's the importance of that, okay?
Okay, Mr. Walmsley.
So, guess what Paul also
He
does?
seems like he's fine.
reminds
The importance
that
of
the
giving
Corinthians
generously
were
to support the
that,
work of the ministry and the
that he
need
has
for
given
believers
up
to remain
many of his
steadfast in
own
their faith
rights
despite the
in
challenges
order
they
to
may
serve
face.
God.
You know,
To
I
bring
think
the
that was quite
message of
beautiful.
the gospel
To
others. Isn't it just
That is
amazing
the
to
end
share the gospel?
of the Corinthians. We did it, boys. We are done.
Just like they should aspire to
Tommy.
comment and subscribe
And share and tell your
share
friends.
and comment and smash that like button.
Show your parents.
And
Show your parents. It's family friendly.
We
And
are
we also
departing.
had a special
Don't
guest.
forget to like, comment, subscribe. Channel name change to Prime Cow.
Anyways,
the Prime Cow, and that
Prime
is all for
Cow.
today, folks.